Welcome back, Blues. And, well, it's a big one. Wednesday night, Juventus away from home in the Champions League. And my word, do we need 3 points? Well, it's a must, really, I think. We have to get 3 points at Juventus. The problem is this season is that we're not firing on all cylinders. Perfect storm. I've said all that before. I've just been reading something that Guardiola's come out with, though. And it's kind of it's on the same theme that he's been talking about, you know, overworking players, too many games, all of that kind of thing. But it's going to be a short video this today. There's no point in trying to predict a lineup because we don't know who's fit and who's not fit. And it's becoming abundantly clear that that is a big factor in why we're, you know, not playing the players that we think we should be playing. Grealish through the middle, Doku on the left at weekend. We thought that would happen. Then Guardiola came out and said Jack had a little bit of a niggle after the previous game, so we didn't play him there. And of course, you know, we're getting very frustrated as City fans in that we're not seeing our favourite players starting, and we're blaming all of that on the bad results. But what Guardiola's come out and said, and it is another angle, like I say, on the overworking players, he's basically said that the trophies that we've won, like 4 Premier Leagues on the bounce, and, you know, most of them have been pretty close. Sometimes we've come from 8 points behind, points behind, to win the league, and we've gone on a run at the end of the season of however many games of wins to just, you know, steam in there and win. And as City fans, we kind of, I mean, personally, from a personal point of view, when I look at that, I kind of think they make it look easy, City, don't they? They make it look easy. And I'm sure it's not. And what Guardiola's just said makes a lot of sense, because the mental and physical strain that must put on every single player to actually come from points behind and win a major trophy in this country. I mean, that really must add another toll onto the players, mustn't it? It's got to do. And I just thought it was worth coming on and mentioning that, because once again, you know, I try not to be knee-jerky on this channel. I try not to blame players. I probably am guilty of it a little bit myself as well, even though I'm saying those words. But I think we have got to realise that, yes, OK, the recruitment has probably not been what it should have been. But, you know, we have FFP, we have PSR, we have all of these things that are ongoing, which are possibly preventing Premier League clubs from making the right recruitment, including City. But I do feel that is a very, very good a point to make, that, you know, where... Because, I mean, the last game in the Champions League against Feyenoord, and we were winning that 3-0, and they came back 3-3. We've never really seen that from a City side. And what Guardiola said today about mental and physical pressures would answer that game, or would answer the questions in that game very, very well. Because if you're 3-0 up and then you concede 3 late goals, that's got to be physical tiredness. It's got to be mental tiredness. You're not switched on, which we know, you know, City teams have been in the past. They've been very switched on, and maybe overly so. Maybe we've been too switched on to try and win these Premier Leagues, coming from behind and winning those last, you know, 20 games or whatever it was. And that must take some massive strain mentally and physically. I'm kind of repeating myself here, but when I read what Guardiola had said, I thought, you know what, that makes a lot of sense, and it would probably answer the question as to why did we concede those 3 goals against Feyenoord. And that would answer it very, very nicely. So again, another little, I keep using perfect storm, another little sector of that perfect storm that we maybe need to think about. And like I say, tonight's game, we have no idea who is fit for it. We've no idea whether players are going to play not being fit. We might see Jack through the middle again. We might see Doku on the left. Are they fit to play? De Bruyne started 2 games now. Is he actually fit to play? We don't know, do we? A lot of people are asking for the academy kids to be brought in. Well, I mean, that's okay, but, it's one of those, isn't it? Is the grass greener on the other side? So if we played a couple of the kids in tonight and gave De Bruyne a rest and maybe Jack another rest or whatever, maybe played a centre-back, one of the young kids at centre-back, and we got done 4-0, then those same people would be coming out and saying, we shouldn't have played the kids. We need experience in a game against Juventus. So you can't win, really. So yeah, Juventus, Champions League, and we need to get the 3 points in this game. I think there's 2 left after that. I think it's PSG and is it Bruges? I'm not quite sure. I think it's Bruges. But we need to start these last 3 games now. We need to pick up 9 points. Normally, I would say, yes, we have the mental capacity and the physical capacity to do that. At this moment in time, I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's hope that we can get those 3 points. And, well, I'll see you after the game, Blues.